Lesson, you will learn how to use algebraic expressions with the distributive property and combining like terms. The standard is EE3. Apply the properties of order of operations to generate equivalent expressions. Terms to know. A coefficient is a number used to multiply a variable. For example, if I had 3x, 3 would be the coefficient. Variable is a symbol for a number we don't know yet, usually a letter like x or y, and a constant, a number that is on its own. For example, 3x plus 2, 3 is my coefficient, x is my variable, and 2 is my constant. Like terms. This is defined as terms that have the same variables and powers. Coefficients do not have to be the same. For example, 4x plus 6x plus 2y plus 3. The way I've always taught this is I rewrite it to where my like terms are together. And as you can tell, the x's are like terms. The 2y doesn't have any like terms, and neither does my constant. So what I like to do, I like to square off my terms with x's, circle my terms with y's, and triangle my constants. So as you can tell, I've kept the sign in there, and the reason why that plays more of an importance when we have subtraction. Now I combine like terms. I add the coefficients. 4 plus 6 is 10. The x just stays the same. I don't know what x is, so I just place 10x plus 2y plus 3. That is all I have to do. I cannot combine any of these because these are unlike terms. I cannot combine them. Unlike terms, defined as two or more terms that are not like terms. For example, in the same problem we just did, these are my like terms. These are my unlike terms. They are unlike anything else in the problem. Now, I'll come back to more like terms in a second, but now let's do the distributive property. So I'm going to distribute the 3, and I get 12x plus 15. As you can tell, I can multiply with unlike terms, and I can divide with unlike terms. I just cannot add and subtract unlike terms. Now, let's try a few example problems. I have a problem, 3x plus 5 plus 2y plus 4x plus y. So my first step is I'm going to square off my terms that have an x. I'm going to circle my terms with a y and triangle my constant. And now, after I do that, I'm going to put it in order with my x's first. 4x plus 3x plus 2y plus y plus 5. Now I combine my like terms. 7x. Now, that y does not have a number, so that is like saying 2 plus 1. I get 3y plus 5. 7x plus 3y plus 5, they are all unlike terms. That tells me I'm finished. Now, let's say I had a problem that looks like this. Now, my first step is I'm going to circle all my terms that have an x. As you can tell, I'm keeping the sign inside the circle. I'm now going to square off my terms with a y. This is extremely important because you see this minus sign, it needs to stay with the 2y. Just like the 3, the minus sign stays with the 3. Now I'm going to rewrite it, and I'm going to put it in order from least to greatest per variable. 4x plus 3x plus x plus 4y minus 2y minus 3. As you can tell, that sign stayed with it. That is why when I square and circle off my terms, I keep the sign with it. That is just easier for me to remember to keep that sign with it. 4 plus 3 plus 1, 8x plus 2y minus 3.